Hear how peaceful that is? It's pretty nice. So this is a continuation of the last episode that I did where I fled Canada. I started off in Kelowna, British Columbia, and we're heading into Washington, a little past Seattle to Olympia near Aberdeen, which I believe is, I've said this before, near where I believe Kurt Cobain was born. Don't quote me on that if I'm wrong. It's not like we hang out and talk. And I changed my steering wheel to be mounted on my actual desk. So I'm really excited about that. Because I have more room and I slammed my monitor closer to the wall in front of me. I was going to say behind me, but behind the monitor. I might be able to get a shifter now. I'm really excited to try that Logitech shifter. I don't want to get anything too wild, and I understand a little bit more how that stuff works. I can't even tell you the difference. I used to have this on a table from Walmart. I don't know why I'm going like this, because the table can move. It's not stationary, right? It was underneath my desk. I was using it as a keyboard tray. It was like a dinner table. But now I'm hard mounted. That's what she said. On the actual desk. Whoa. So I'm really, really excited to play this. It's the first time. And I can actually already tell the difference just in like how it just feels sturdier. Can you imagine all the hours that I've had this steering wheel? This is the first time that I actually have it somewhere. So with the force feedback, when I used to turn the steering wheel, my entire desk would move and it was like free floating and it was just so trashy. This feels like I'm actually in the truck. It's so badass. And now I want the shifter because it adds a level of, immersion. My friend drives truck for a living and he drives an automatic. Everything's an automatic. But because this is a video game, I'd want to be able to power shift that bitch. When you start off and you start into third or fourth gear, I believe it is, I would love to be able to use the clutch. And then after that, it's just knowing when to shift and you just giddy up and go. When you know what you're doing, you're able to do that. You don't push the clutch in each time. I wish I could go to the right and find out what's going on over there. And I don't know if I should, because that could pose a problem. Yeah, I really don't want to fuck that up. I don't know what to do. Well, because it could be a long time before I come back here, right? Piss on it. Fuck it. We'll just go this way. So I'm going to get as close as possible to actually delivering this boat. I stole it from Canada. We're bringing it in with kilos and kilos of flour into Washington. I also tried some different games, Fern Bus Simulator. I was playing Dirt 4 even, and that was fun. And I've talked about this in my other videos before. If you've ever played this game, depending on the truck that you drive, you'll sometimes have the top of your windshield tinted. So when you're looking at the sky, in the horizon, which is half your goddamn view, it'll look darker at the top, and it's really off-putting to me. So in rally racing, like dirt and all that, a lot of these fuckers have their windshield tinted, and you're almost like trying to duck down below because it's so bloody dark, and I'm like, I just want to remove that shit. So that was actually one of the reasons why I really like this truck. I really like the interior. I just like the truck overall. You technically get less ratio, like less windshield to screen ratio or whatever the hell it's called. There's other trucks out there that give you a better view, is what I'm trying to say. But they have a tinted window, and some of them I can get around. Whereas this one, if we look at the top, I have A lot of stuff going on at the top, but that doesn't bother me. This is what OCD does. You can bypass the nearby wait station. That's right. Don't fat shame my truck. Yeah, so I really believe getting that shifter is going to be quite immersive. So I'm incredibly anxious to get it. It's a little expensive. It's like $80 or it's $90 with tax Canadian. So about $60, $70 US. And it's the H shifter, like the 6. And I think when I'm driving, I'll be able to hit a button when I'm driving that I can access easily, even though it's not the most ideal. So when I'm going like 1 through 6, right? What'll happen is I hit a button, and when I go back to 1, to my understanding, 1 becomes 7, so on and so forth. But I want to try it before I commit to like the Thrustmaster for frickin' $350. Fucking thing is almost more expensive than my steering wheel. But what's going to eventually happen, I think, in the next year, if all goes well, and I feel like a complete idiot, is getting a Fanatic. The whole CSL, QLMNOP, series. I've looked at the website, and it wasn't all that straightforward. I really was struggling, you slow bastards, with trying to piece together something that would work, and I didn't like their bundles. I'm very set on the steering wheel that I want. And yeah, so that's what I'm kind of hoping to go for in the near future. I was going to get a joystick for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but truth be told, I just really like the controller. Not only that, I don't want to buy a joystick for a game I don't even own. Because I don't even own it yet. I play it on Game Pass, right? And I've done that multiple times. So, I mean, eventually I'll buy it. But for now, I'm enjoying driving on the ground more so than I am flying in the sky. For a few reasons. And I've discussed that in my other video. You can see more when you're on the ground. In some ways. Whereas if you're flying at 40,000 feet, I'll argue you can't see much. Oh, shit. See? Can't get distracted. These are road events. If you notice, my GPS is telling me to go straight, but something happened, and I almost bashed my truck, and I'm not using my trainer. So I gotta be real careful here. You can actually reduce the frequency of road events like that. So that's pretty interesting. I believe we want to keep going straight. And I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I think I would rather potentially upgrade. I mean, I love my Logitech G29. Tried, tested, and true. It feels really good. The only thing that doesn't feel good, if you had to find something to nitpick about, is like it's super smooth, but it's the whole mechanical part behind it. It doesn't feel, if that makes any sense, like a real steering wheel. If you know what I mean, like you could feel the notches is what I mean. I mean, you can drive a $100 car, and I've bought a car before for $100, a 1986 T-Roof Daytona Turbo. 5-speed standard, I think it was. I bought it for $100 some close to a quarter of a century ago. And I mean, the steering in that was epic. It was beautiful. It was just great. It didn't feel notchy. This one's not like terrible, but if you have force feedback like at a certain level. Sorry, I was getting distracted there. If you have force feedback at a certain level, you'll it's just a little bit more notchy, you know. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's not like super smooth, but it's not terrible. For the price, I consider this an advanced beginner steering wheel. I couldn't see myself getting anything any cheaper than this. I mean, this is pretty much as cheap as it gets. Gotta watch that I don't clip my boat. Sometimes I forget I'm carrying something and I take a sharp turn. Almost ran out of breath there. So it happens when you talk too fast. So yeah, so I think in the next year or so, maybe like by this summer, depending on how YouTube goes in terms of money. I mean, I don't really live stream much anymore. But I used to get a couple donations here and there. Those were really nice. But I might treat myself to that. Thrustmaster has a new one out called the T248. It looks like a good wheel, but I argue, even though someone said it's a big improvement, I can't see myself making that kind of jump. Right? It's like if I'm going from silver, I'm not going to gold. The next step up is platinum, right? Like if I'm going to make that jump, I'm going to make that jump. I want it to be as good as it can possibly get. Because like I said, when I turn this like this, you can see the wheel there. That's me doing that. It is so precise. And it feels good because, I don't have my force feedback on all that high, really. So it doesn't feel as notchy. But I'm making it sound probably worse than what it truly is. It's a great experience. I think you have to be Jeff Faravigno, I forget the YouTuber's name, that does a lot of the driving simulator games. He's got a really nice wheel. And he doesn't even use Fanatic or whatever, or Thrustmaster or Logitech. If I was making his kind of money, oh, I'd be treating myself big time to a really, really nice steering wheel. I'd be willing to drop $1,000, $1,200 Canadian. Because that's what it costs even for some of the basic wheels and the basic wheelbase. You gotta buy the base. You gotta buy the hub that goes behind the steering wheel, right? So you have all your buttons and stuff like that, or you end up with nothing. Then you gotta buy the mounting bracket, you know, your pedals, right? Easily $1,000 Canadian, like $600-700 US dollars, easily. People talk about, bro, man, you get a package, man, like $400, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. The fucking steering wheel alone I want is $250, and that's just the wheel, I think. So I don't know where they're getting the rest of the parts for an additional $150 to $200. Whether you're talking American or Canadian currency, I don't care. But again, that's not a priority of mine because, well, first of all, it's expensive. And it's not like my American Truck Simulator videos are bringing in any money. This is more for the algorithm and because I actually enjoy what I'm doing right now. This right here, what I'm doing right now, is probably my absolute favorite thing in the whole fucking world to do on YouTube. You think I like narrating patch notes and trying to come up with complex guides for certain things in video games? I don't. They're stressful. They're very, very difficult for me to make, but they're the ones that make me the money, right? I'm not going to be making no 20 or 25 grand every couple of years on YouTube fucking doing this shit. I wish, but unfortunately I'm not the RadBrad. Just pick any game and play it, get hundreds of thousands of views on a bad day, and when things go decent, 1 million views. Yeah, right. I don't think so. 1 million views is how many views I get on my channel. Every 5 months? 6 months? Yeah, that's what I average. 5 or 6 months of grinding YouTube, I'll get about 1 million views. This guy pumps out a video and gets that. I'm just saying. It's well-deserved, of course. He's amazing. The RadBrad. You gotta check him out if you never have. And Jeff Farinaccio, whatever the hell his name is, he's really good too at what he does. Yeah, I've talked about that before for my YouTube channel. I'll have some videos that I get 2, 3, 400,000 views on. Well, maybe not 400,000, but 300-something thousand views. Definitely not my norm. Ooh, almost clipped that Mustang with the boat. And then most of my other views is like 50, 20, 30, 100,000. 200 views. 8,700. Yeah, like, it's so sporadic, right? I wish I didn't get videos that went 300,000 views, but instead more proportionately averaged my average views per video better. I would much prefer that, and I think I'm still far away from being able to do that. Like, there's people I know, like Rich from Review Tech USA, it doesn't matter what he pumps out, he's not getting anything under 50 to 100,000 views. I could only dream of something like that. Could you imagine every time you make a video, it doesn't matter what it is, and you're pulling in $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 plus per video? In other news, there's a girl that sells farts in a jar. What's this world come to? That's it. Just talk about that for 5 minutes. Who keeps honking the horn? Fuck it, I'm going through the red light. And then the guy makes like $700. Oh, that's the train. I thought somebody was honking at me. I was like, I'm about to lay the smackdown on your ass. Yeah, so he talks about that for 5 minutes and, you know, makes half a grand. You could buy yourself a PlayStation with that money right there. Off one video. I don't know if I'll ever get there, honestly. I don't know. It's so hard to say. I should have started my YouTube journey when I opened my channel way back in 2005. Not the end of 2018? Whenever Red Dead Redemption 2 came out is around the time that I started my illustrious YouTube career. There's my Cadillac Escalade I'm hoping to get someday. Yeah, right. Okay, so there we go. I completely botched this. Well, not entirely, but again, you could drive and... Oh. Really? Well, no, because... I'm so confused now. Yeah, I gotta turn in my quest there. Okay. Or my quest. This isn't World of Warcraft. Gotta watch the boat, top right. Check out that mirror. Ooh. Smack. Nah, we're not smacking shit right now. I should be good to back it up this way. Just enough so that I can do this. This is the challenge. This is the part I was hoping to skip on the video, or had I known it was a sharp whatever like that. For real? Oh, don't even fuck with me. It won't trigger? Look at that. Motherfucker. Okay, you want to do me like that? Want to do me like that, bruh? Yeah, I said that because I like to make fun of people that slang the slang. All these boats. Bitch, I'll keep it. And I'll just plow through that fence. No one will ever know I was here. I'll dump it in the river or the lake or whatever the hell that thing is up ahead. Oh, yeah, see? That's a good thing. I wish I had that Toby thing or whatever. See me moving my head like that. You're like, is he having a fucking seizure? Nope. But this, a little bit more complicated than I expected. So I gotta go, ooh, I'm gonna clip it. Are you fucking kidding me? Oy, oy, oy. See that? Top left. Almost bashed into the thing. I'm telling you, this game, this is where you're gonna get your challenges. These are the moments right here. Incredibly fun. Because it's all like physics and, you know, how much you gotta turn this way. Because when you back up this way, your trailer goes the other way. And, you know, all that kind of stuff. Well, there you go. It's gonna be easier for me to drive on out of here because fuck that shit. I'm turning it in. And are you kidding me? Where do you need it? Yeah, I'm not doing that bullshit. Where I gotta back it up. We'll be here until New Year's of next year, and we'll crash the YouTube servers. Nobody wants that. And then this one, you just drive in a straight line. So I just say, I'm in a hurry. Fuck that shit. Just as simple as that. Look at that money, baby. Current company job offers. Well, I suppose we could take a look. Another boat. It better not be the same boat. So what? Now they're like, fuck it. I don't like it. Take that shit back to Canada. Where's our maple syrup, you prick? Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. And then that. Are you serious right now? What's in those things? I don't even know what's in there. There's like a little. Oh, I get to choose what kind of trailer I want. That's interesting. Oh, that would be hard to do. This would be much easier to do. I like things that are easy. So we'll go with this because that looks like it could be. You know what? Fuck it. For now, I ain't doing no jobs. How's that? We're just gonna end the video here. This will conclude. What happened? Oh, right. Yeah. I get it now. Yeah. So now we can get out of here and go wherever. And it's getting late. Well, in real life, but not so much. More so in the game. And when it gets dark, you don't see as much stuff. So I'm going to end it here. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead. Give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down, and I'll plop your ass in that boat, and I'll just hoist it into the ocean. Is that the word, hoist? I don't know. Launch it, whatever. And you'll end up, God knows where, like a message in a bottle. You'll be the message. You'll be the body in a boat. And I'm the one sending the message. I'll fuck around with the thumbs down. Yeah, and if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, obviously, that would be great now, wouldn't it? But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Gorgeous clouds. Take care. And maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.